the video part of this all, because a lot of people, even Michelle mentioned, a lot of people want to see the food. So we're going to start out to where you're just talking about the food, and then we're going to go into where we're going to have live tutorials on KBLP, our new group, KBLP LLC on Facebook. And we're going to have, it's going to be broken down to where he does the live podcast once a week. And then he's also going to have the live where he talks and you could see him in person doing the actual cooking. How do you feel about that moving forward?
Well, like I said, this is new, when I'm at home, I'm mostly at home, I usually wake up in the morning about 4 o'clock, have my coffee, take my medications for my back and stuff like that, and then I go work out about 6:30 for an hour. And then after I'm done working out, then I come home and I prepare my meal, And, I'm a big guy, so I got to watch what I eat and stuff like that, But otherwise that, I try to drain the fats and not use a lot of grease and stuff like that and make it heart healthy like a lot of people do. But I've just been naturally a big guy all my life. And, I love to cook, so I'm just hoping that it works out. It's something to do, something to fill in my time. Also, I'm just trying to do the best that I can on this and give it a shot. 12 weeks. I don't know how to edit. I don't know how to not say or or my speech or rehearse.
Well, it's gonna get better. The more you podcast, the more you.
Well, that's what I'm trying to explain to these people. But I've excelled when I used to be in the employment field when I was younger. I excelled almost all the time in my jobs, and I was dependable or always early and stuff like that. So, but I'm at home now a lot, so I have to cook for myself. So I'm just trying something new, and I'm gonna try to get it all going as good as I can, the best I can, with the help that I have, the team that I have, with Michelle Auger from Planet BOB, with Ideas from KBLP and the Jam, with Lolita Barajas and from Lolita's Jams. So we're all a team, and if one of us makes it, then I guess, all of us can be put on somewhere down the road, whether it's cameraman sweeping up or loading up, something like that. But we're all trying to make it just like a lot of other people out there. But cooking's my thing, cooking's my thing. I've always loved to cook, and so, like I said, I'm on a limited income, so I hit food banks and stuff. And what's good, I keep, and what's not, I discard it, and I try to make a good-looking meal, and it's an edible meal, and it's a safe meal, too, Even though you think some of the food might not look very appealing to you, I'll end up turning it around and making you want to eat it, otherwise that, like I said, it's for people who want to save money or whatever, or cut corners and stuff like that. And that's what good old mom taught me a lot when I was younger, because we didn't have a lot of money and stuff like that. And so we were on the food stamps, a little here and there, and we lived on low income housing, but, they taught me to cook and to use good old fashioned stuff. And these days, a lot of people don't cook. So that's pretty much, that's what I do. Mom taught me a lot of cooking and stuff like that. So did another guy I used to go to school with named Tim Rogers. But otherwise, that this is going to be my shot. Something to do. It's a hobby. Keeps me busy. Keeps me out of trouble. So that's what I'm going to start doing. So hopefully you guys tune in. If you have any suggestions or ideas, let me know. My name's Brian CASIAS, and my Facebook, Black Muscle shirt on. We're holding a Mountain Dew can. A Mountain Dew cup. That's me. That's the guy. If you want to send me any messages or any suggestions. Everybody uses YouTube. I learned it on my own from back of house. So that's what I do. So
yeah.
Thanks.
The other ones that are part of this and helping us out is Cecilia Flores, Chris Stevens, Lori Wood. And we have a couple more promoters that help us out, you know what I mean? And we have a couple more podcasters. So they're part of the company, too, that'll be help promoting, the food. So we all work together. We all promote together. So you had kind of mentioned a little bit about tomorrow's first podcast. About what you'll be cooking. You wanna add to that a little bit so that we kind of know in advance?
Well, pretty much. Since we don't have a cameraman, I'm gonna come here a little bit earlier, and I'm going to start prepping and stuff. I already showed you guys what we have to use. On the podcast tomorrow, I'm just going to have, I guess I'll do a little intro. Like, I really don't know how to do it, and I need help, to speed it up and to make it like you see Rachel Ray and everything like that, how they do it, or Bobby Flay, Emerald, how they all do it, in a limited in a certain amount of time, but not to bore you, but to make sure that the food is done and everything like that. So that's what I'm striving for. But I mean, I'm on my Facebook. I have I put some things that I've made and tried to plate and stuff like that. Like I said, when I was in Chicago working at Danny's Pizza up in Brookfield, I mean, they showed me how to make meatballs. They showed me how to make eggplant parmesan. They showed me how to make fettuccine alfredo sauce from scratch. It's not really hard. I mean, there's a lot of different things that I learned out there. I mean, I know how to make sauce, red sauce marinara. It just depends on what you want. If you want like a meaty sauce, I mean, I've learned a lot, here and there. I'm not a professional cook or any of that like that. I know how to use a knife. I mean, I know how to do certain things. So I'm just going to give it a shot, something to do, something to fill in time while I'm here.
But you're doing it. You're doing it now. So this is going to become your profession, and hopefully with a goal, goal set, you become, you can become a professional at cooking. And I know that I know that this is part of your goal because, because you enjoy it. This is something. As long like I always tell people, if you enjoy it, keep doing it. You know what I mean?
I do enjoy it, and I keep doing it, but like I said, I'm on disability. My back's messed up. So I have only a limited time that I can stand up and prep the food, and then I got to sit down. I got 2 crushed discs. I used to install and refinish hardwood floors, did hot tar roofing, a lot of hard laborious jobs. And whereas these days, they gave you back braces and stuff like that. Back then, they didn't give you nothing. So, I mean, I'm not going to be a crybaby about it, But otherwise that, I mean, I can only do so much for about 15, 20 minutes in the kitchen, and then I got to stop, so for a few minutes, like 3 to 5 minutes, and then, and get back at it again. That's why I'm going to try to prep all the food that I can tomorrow, and then I'll show you how the final plating looks.
Yeah. So it's going to be really exciting. Make sure you tune into the podcast. It's going to be every Sunday from 3 to 4 o'clock, and like I said, we are going to look for at KBLP LLC, the Facebook group. We're going to have tutorials. We're going to have live footage with the camera. So make sure you'll be able to see it live, and then you'll be able to hear Brian CASIAS every Sunday from 3 to 4 talk about the product that he makes and he puts out for the world for taste tests, and eventually we'll throw an event to where he'll have a tasting, maybe a wine pairing, where you could pair the wines up with your food and let people see what you do. We could promote that and get a goal out there so we can have that going. You know what I mean? In the future, I really want to know if you could throw out about 3 or 4 different plates that you'd be promoting and working on. That way we have some ideas, just some names of them, and that would be really cool to know in advance.
Okay, well that's fine. I'll try to. I really don't have a whole bunch of different types of dishes. Like I said, I just make what I have available from the food bank or something like that. That's why I said it's called Gourmet Ghetto Grub, because a lot of people are, and it's just like I said, I'm from Chicago originally, but I came out here in Colorado from 6 to 17 years old, back and forth. But in between, I'd go back to Illinois, in the summertime. But and then after that, then I've been back and forth. So I love the Broncos and I like the Bears. The same thing. I like them both. There's my 2 teams right there. Sox and the Cubs. Rockies. I used to work for them. In the food prep too. I used to work that, and I used to be on the beer crew. But, like I said, I'm just going to give it a shot. I don't know if it'll ever be a career or whatever, It would be nice. But I'm just doing it for entertainment, to show you guys, give you guys some ideas. there's a lot of people struggling out here in Colorado. You already know, since they started selling the pot, I mean, all the rent went up and everything. I mean, everything's really expensive out here, but I'm just trying to show cut corners and stuff like that. So, thanks for having me, and I appreciate it, and I'll let you guys know tomorrow I'm going to be making just American breakfast, like I said. I got some potatoes, onions, jalapenos, tomatoes. I bought a thing of cilantro, 39 cents, and I got a dozen eggs from the food bank, a cantaloupe, and 2 nectarines. So I'm gonna plate some stuff up tomorrow, a couple things, and otherwise that, I mean, it's getting late, so I'm probably gonna have to take off right now. And I hope everybody has a good night. I appreciate it.
We're gonna go into because I got just 2 more questions for you. So I'm gonna go into a couple quick songs, and then right after we're gonna finish up with a couple quick questions, and then make sure to stay tuned, because the jam is gonna be on next with Ike Diaz and my co-host Cecilia Flores, the awesome Cecilia Flores. She just got back from Florida. She was on vacation, so it's pretty cool. I can't wait to hear what she has to say. Plus, she has some updates on the Broncos, so I can't wait to hear what she has to say on that. So check out the jams real quick, and we'll be right back with the last couple questions for Brian Casillas.